Yeah. I confess, I did not believe you had actually survived the Golden.
Oh, please! Think about what you're trying to achieve! Nothing could stop us from getting to you!
I can accept that you hate injustice. Maybe we do share that. But I have to ask, Luis, why go to this extreme? Is it because you're elder? You saw your village destroyed for petty, evil reasons. Is this revenge?
Revenge? Ludicrous. That would accomplish nothing. An entire tribe does not become so derided to the point of genocide by authority figures alone, but by the vice of the society in which that ignorance is born. Indeed, it would be equally petty of me to take only the heads of the few familiar guilty, for my own satisfaction, no less. No, I would not repay injustice with injustice.
Then why? You drew the entire nation into your scheme without hesitation. If not revenge, then what would compel you to such ends?
It is true that I was born in the ancient sanctum, but I never held any fondness for that place. The Elder have long lived in hiding, clutching the truths of the world to themselves alone. A tribe of doors locked and secrets encoded. I wanted to change that isolation. And then, at long last, a man from outside the village came to visit. None other than your father, Prince.
That's...
Though royalty, he dreamed that the tribes might stand side by side as equals. And he rejected none of our village's history, however inconvenient to his worldview. I saw him with the eyes of a child. And for the first time, I felt a dream stir. Were there more idealists like him in the world outside? Was my life of hiding at an end? Under the canopy of that gloom-thick forest, all I wanted was to leave and live upon the open plains beneath a wider sky. That was all. As for what happened to the ancient sanctum afterwards, it is a story you've already been told.
It was set aflame and crushed beneath the church's heel. The Sanctist warrior monks and ordinary guardsmen alike, all in the palm of Forden's hand.
Neighbors and kin I'd known all my life were soon nothing but ash on the wind. Too quick to realize their own deaths. I was but a child, trembling before a wall of fire. It was a massacre. It had nothing to do with any hate on either side, or retaliation for any perceived offense. It was only pure injustice. A selfish act of devastation. One thought alone burned in my mind. I would never let it happen again. And so did I walk onward.
It was tragic.
Thus, I choose to make this a land of eternal, perfect equality, even should it cost my life. I shall return the anxieties endowed upon this scepter, and let it be heard. To burden others with your own fears and responsibilities is cowardice. My royal magic shall craft a world where that cannot be. Such cowardice dies.
In the worlds you dream of.
Indeed, we all have our own
Luis! You're not describing a nation that condemns evil. You're describing a nation that's entirely blind to it. In the end, I think you're still trapped. You've been stuck in that night of flames all your life. You don't trust anyone. That's why you can only imagine a world apart from you. Unless you can face that anxiety within yourself, then
So be it. From the beginning, I have championed world order determined by power. All that remains is for me to realize my truth by burying you beneath it. You are not the sole wielders of these lost archetypes. I am Luis, bearer of the royal scepter. With only a thought, the power of kings is mine to command.
What?
Behold, and I will reveal the secrets still beyond you. Come, we decide our world's future here. Our land is consumed with anxiety as it has never been before. All of it, foundation for my new. You are but an audience, powerless to tread on history's stage. Let it begin.
We fight for your ideal
Face
world.
me!
Hear it now. This is just what I need. Moving that, I call upon a royal soul. Tycoon! Nice hit. That was
Observe to the
perfect.
rear guard with blade in hand! Strike me if you dare!
Let us clean up.
Take this! You cannot run from your fate.
Beautiful dodge, Heisman. Watch me. Going for the weak spot. Juna. Tycoon. Now they're ready for something new.
Knight! I stand waiting.
For all that I believe.
Darker arts.
But if I can get... I call upon a royal soul. Raging fire. It's your weakness. Don't let us down, Juna.
Face my wrath! Desperation shows.
Moving to the front for all that we strive for!
Only
Face
the
me.
strong can prevail.
Masked dancer. Light sting. Nice hit. That was perfect.
Here!
I knew you'd help.
Quite a boon.
Thank you.
Now accept your fate.
Very good. By all means, I will face your convictions head on and crush them. There is no hope for you. Take this!
Is that only a flesh wound?
Magna, come to me!
Luis is gathering an we can't let him finish whatever he's doing! Focus your attacks! We've got to stop him before he takes us out in one shot! I'll show you! Going for the weak spot!
I will
forth,
crush.
royal sword!
The magma buildup's dissolving!
Let justice
Nice
prevail!
hit. That was perfect!
I'll
Only
use
the
what I
strong
must.
can prevail.
Some darker arts.
Don't mask dancer! Great job, Juna!
Tycoon!
Now they're reaching something new!
Knight! I will protect you!
There is no hope for you. Face my wrath!
Eat. Apologies. Would you finish it?
Light sting!
You fight well.
Nice hit! That was
Oh,
perfect!
power of heroes!
You fight
Face
well.
me.
But this is
I've got just the dance for you! Masked dancer! Burn!
I do not fear death. And yet,
Not bad, eh?
Not bad at all.
I admit.
Marvelous! I feel stronger already!
I think we've won this one.
So the power I have now is not enough. The Magla drawn to the royal scepter has faded more than I expected. Just as I thought. I would be a fool to underestimate you. But I made a decision that day. Even if history remembers me as a destructor king, I will put an end to the injustices of this world.
What? What are you?
I commend you. Clearly no half measures will do. If I am to take your lives, I must stake my own, and all its power.
Damn! We can't get close! 'Tis a tremendous aura!
I have a vision, and you will interfere with it no longer. Wait!
It's his gauntlet runner.
Luis still has the royal scepter. If we let him buy time, there's no telling what he'll do.
Bloody hell! We can't even go after him.
There's no time to go back down to land and reorganize. We'll do whatever it takes to get that scepter back before the dawn.
Ah, everyone! That...
Yes, we know. Can you go?
It'd be suicide, lad. Well, chums, batten down the hatches and brace for the storm. Hold to it now! Get in! I'll just fire up the...
Look over there! Enemies! Ugh, of all times! Wait, how many are there? Where did they all come from?
He's trying to slow us down. Ain't like Luis to put off a fight, but I suppose he's too cornered to be picky anymore.
Hold on! The old girl's still barely holding together. She can't take off that quickly.
What do we do?
Your Highness, you get in the runner first. We'll buy you some time for takeoff.
Right.
Always work quick on the up... No need to... Does that work for everyone else?
Fine.
Had you not suggested it?
What else are we gonna do? Twiddle our thumbs inside?
Near us. Don't let us down now.
Right. I'll get it done, damn it. Hop in, Your Highness.
Well, let's do this.
We hold the line! We must endure this.
Hulkenberg!
Got it. We're powered.
Not good. They're going for the Sky Runner.
Not on my watch.
Let's wreck him.
Hey, what are you doing?
Sure you want to die next to me, old man? Thought you ate platypus.
Aye, it's true I don't understand you and I never will. But I know I don't hate you, boy.
Let's go!
Aye!
What? A noble must protect his people! Take this! Finally, I've earned my title.
She flies. Straight and steady.
Our kingdom is in your hands, my prince.
We gotta go back! Everyone, they're going to!
We can't go back now.
We have to!
Take cover in the back. You made my dreams come true. You and the rest of them. If we live, we'll meet again.
What are you...
Let's fly!
You've lost everything, and yet still here you stand. I must say your audacity is almost admirable. However, you rejected me, and I will not relinquish the royal scepter. Since we cannot come to terms, we can only decide this through battle. I have but one final question. Prince, do you wish to stop me? Or do you wish to be king? What is it you truly want?
They're the same.
But they are not. The king shot, but it hardly matters now. My ascension is complete. Here ends!
I can't listen to... What new age? You refuse to believe in dreams. That's why you can't believe in... All that means is that you give up on everything. You'll never beat us. You're nothing...
The time for words has passed. So be it.
Such intense magla!
The quintessential force of the archetype. Is this all?
Such strength! How? It's happening so quickly!
Behold! This is the Royal Scepter's potential. Resist no longer. As I said, I would rather not force needless death upon you. Embrace it once more. Take your true form and become worthy of my new world. You are unfazed by the melancholy. Yet you thirst. Drink deep of the magma.
Not again!
What?
Stop! No! No! This can't be! Wake up! I said wake up! Hey, please,
My obstacles are clear. The boy
open your eyes!
is no more.
Wake up! Please! You have to wake up!
Where? Are you awake now? I summoned you just in time. Do you remember what happened? What you've done?
I ripped out my...
I'm frankly amazed you would go to such lengths, even to fight back against the spell. If I hadn't saved you, you really would be dead. But rest assured, we're finally safe. As for where we are, we are far, far away from that hellish world. Do you remember the first time we met? I was sure you would find a clue in your journey that might reveal where in the world this place is. So I believed anyway, but I was wrong. From the start. This place is... It was never of that world to begin with. No. Maybe there's a better way to put it. This is a place that exists between reality and fantasy. In other words, the world we've been living in is fantasy. The journey was all an illusion.
An illusion?
There's nothing but despair in that world. And it will never get better. It's an endless, painful, irredeemable hell. I'd always believed that creating a utopia was possible. And if there was desire, then I thought maybe one day someone would achieve it. But I came to realize I was mistaken. In the end, a fantasy is just that. A fantasy. But all that primordial chaos only exists in that world. The world of reality is nothing like that. Really, it's an environment you should know quite well. You've come to know so much of it already. Through text on a page. Now, behold!
Isn't this?
Indeed. It's the world I wrote accounts of in my novel. Until now, you've thought this world a mere fantasy. But it's not.
So the world I know is all an illusion. And the world of the novel is reality?
Surely you already know. There is no deadly magic, no prejudice between its people. Now, all you have to do is admit that everything you've been through has been nothing but a story, just a fantasy. Then this can be your perfect reality. Your journey of revolution was just a passing dream. Let me take you back to reality, child.
What will happen to my...
You don't have to worry. As long as you... That world is past any point of redemption. Change is impossible. In the end, people don't want their world to change. You can't blame Luis for wanting to end that cycle. How could anyone accept...
Even so...
Come on, snap out of...
What?
My, such disbelief on your face. But once you come now, magic? Some otherworldly force capable of anything, with anxiety as those curiosities in academia, they were there because of the place's connection to true reality. And not even they could... You still don't believe me. Why is that?
I still have...
But why? What unfinished business remains in an unwinnable battle? If I hadn't saved you, you would have died there. You don't have to chase your fears and anxieties based on some misguided concept of justice. It was all illusory, and there is no shame in accepting that. Reality is a monolith. Reality is unchangeable. So stay here in Utopia, in the place you loved reading about so much.
This place... It isn't a utopia.
You mean, you deny it? Will you deny that the world of the novel is utopia?
I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right? Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier, right?
The journey, my friends, they were as real as anything I've known.
Why won't you understand? Please, I don't want you to die. I can't lose anything else. Truly, I see. I understand now. I remember. I had indeed lost everything. Despite my lofty ideals, I lost everything. Academia, the woman I loved, even my only child. Reality isn't just cruel. It's cruel beyond any hope of change. That's why I had wished for someone to strike me down and end my misery.
Who are you?
Me. If I were to call myself by a name you know, my name is Ithludius V. I once reigned as king. Or, I am half of one, to be accurate. I was born of the very magic that split the prince in twain, and gave rise to you and this place. No, it is not real. We are inside the book you hold. It served as your key to visiting me. This was the form of my youth, when first I entered the ancient sanctum. Perhaps it would be best to call me a discarded shadow of idealism. I once took such joy and passion from my ideals. I truly believed that I might end the strife and discrimination that plagued our people across 9 endless years. But the tremendous incomprehension and injustice that defines our world, it was more than I could bear. It broke me. And Luis is likely going through the same thing. I want to save you from that despair. I understand now that I would do this as your father. I could not bear to lose my child a second time. If you stay here, at least you'll be saved. Do you truly still want to leave this place and risk your life to face a reality you can't change?
If I stay here,
You are on the cusp of dying in Luis's hand. I can't let you throw it. Fantasy is a curse, sweet in seeming. I suppose our promise to travel the world someday is destined to be only another unfulfilled dream. Archetypes embody the power of heroes who sought to change the world. And even having mastered such power against Luis, you could accomplish nothing. I wrote all my ideas into my novel, but my love's death showed me how empty it all was. You cannot sacrifice your one life for an empty dream.
I don't want to turn my back up.
Why can't you see that those ideals will only invite ruin? That world is beyond your help. Beyond any utopia.
Prince! I won't hold back!
Save you.
I've got my own tricks. Let's go. Prince! The magic seeds!
So you would fit in even my...
It's a Prince!
It was in this story. This is for your sake. I will show you the truth. Why? What? So this is what it means to truly strive toward an ideal. What irony. After I spoke of fulfilling my dream alongside you. What power to see the archetypes brought to such heights in so little time. If you go back now, Your ambitions will avail you nothing. You'll only die a dog's death. What is it that drives you so?
You gave up on your...
What? You think I chose to give up? Are you this determined to cling to your beliefs? Is that truly what separates us and keeps me confined here? Such power. Can it be? No matter how dire your fate, you never gave up. You surmounted every barrier, gathered and united soul after soul, and now, at last, across 3 nations, 8 tribes, and humankind, to unite heroes across such abyssal divides would require surpassing power. The king of all archetypes. Is that the role you would seize? A true king in body and soul.
Do you hear me? Your Highness!
Oi! Wake up, Your Highness!
How? Their voices reach you? Even here? It would seem your future is not yours alone to decide.
I have a fight to win.
The support and ardor of your allies. Yes. The very power that reveals paths beyond your own perspective. I see. That is whence you draw your power. Neglect anxiety, and magic will lead to ruin. Even before the war of destruction, the downfall was foretold. Yet still, they met their prophesied end. Perhaps archetypes are the will of humankind of old, left to us. A plea that we learn from their failures, that we might rebuild the future ripped from them.
I have to try. I want to know how far I can go.
Fascinating. Even as you face down the gravest oppression of reality, still you persist. Still you seek the world's unknowns as precious possibility. I see. Well, if you can believe there is more to the story than the end I see, then it is yours to tell. Once you return to reality, this place will surely fade as the dream it is. I, myself, will not be spared. Unlike you, my other half is long gone. And any reunion, lost. But if I truly am the idealized soul and hope of your father, then before I fade, I entrust you with the power of my life. Not as the author more, but as your father, the king. Now then. All right. However... The kingdom rests in your hands now. If there is yet any value to believing in something beyond us, prove to me that fantasy has the power to color reality. Now, onward, O King of a new dawn!
Everyone! He's awake!
Is he all right?
Thank the stars.
Huh. Considering it was we who engaged Amata's gambit, this must be rather humorous to him.
We pulled through, thanks to Neurus. Can't believe he caught us mid-plummet on that busted Skyrunner.
Well, don't leave out Heis, mate. Wouldn't have expected his wings to be so handy.
Never again.
We're in good shape. Our wounds have already healed. It was all so fast. I'm still a little shocked.
True. It's bound to be everyone hoping the best for us below. Like what Luis did. Only the magic working in reverse.
Huh?
What?
Why? Why do you still stand in defiance? What drives such tenacity?
Luis! The world is full of injustice. Not everything you've said is wrong, much as it hurts to admit.
Yet, you would give up because you see no other way. And no future can come from that. We may struggle with fear and anxiety, but we shape our own destiny with our own hands. I have no doubts.
Yes, you're a man who has endured tragedy. It's foolish, I know, all this talk of belief. I know well. That said, if you cast aside all belief, all that remains is to endure a slow death.
As for me, I believe things can change. I have to. Singing and believing aren't so far apart, right? Even then, my songs touched you too. I know they did.
After I'd idealized my death more than I ever did my life, thanks to a chance encounter, everything changed for me. Now I can hope for the best, without fearing for the worst. The possibilities are endless. If you ask me, that's what magic is.
Luis, you got all these people who believe in you, because you gave them a shred of hope. And now, you want to crush that hope. Maybe you're the one who's scared. Deep down, you're afraid to admit to yourself, you're the one who's hopeless now.
Luis, the fairies came to live in the Sanctum. But do you know why we chose it? The Elder Tribe. We admired the people of humanity. To make our dreams into realities, we have to trust each other. When people do that, that's what makes them so amazing. If you deny the power of trust, if you make the world a place where it can't exist, then you're just plain wrong!
Fools. These false foundations. Who in their right mind could promise such fantasies? I will never let injustice be repeated. Never again!
His aura is entirely different. It's a magla burst. Luis is becoming a human.
Come on then! No choice now. We prove ourselves with all that we are!
Let's go then!